CalazCon is a show about war, obsession, colonialist occupation, and the many forms of violence those inflict. See the description for content warnings specific to this episode.
Rule number 1 is do not kill Tempestia.
What if they're just putting Logan out here to be a target?
Then I guess everybody goes home happy this time.
A big shipment went out just a little bit ago. Warehouse is basically empty right now.
Huh.
Lost Killer Queen. Don't know if she vanished in the shadows or cloaked or teleported away, I don't know.
Maybe she's not here just for Logan suddenly, and now I'm a little nervous that she's gonna kill quite a lot of people.
Yourself? You're gonna try to get help? Laren could have been doing a mem help there, potentially.
Yeah, Laren, if you want to help, I'd take it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so mark 2 stress Laren, you get 2 bonuses for Azara. You're at risky standard right now, you're starting with 1 dice.
I'd be at risky great because of my fine security cracker.
Yeah, you're totally right, risky great.
So in that case, I'm gonna go down to controlled grade with an extra die.
Okay, so 2d6 controlled great. Are you pushing yourself? You want to hear a collateral die?
Is the collateral die just going to be ticking this clock up again?
No. You clearly expressed you're not interested in the ticking clock.
Okay. What's your collateral die?
Azara's going to recognize someone in the crowd.
Oh, yes. Absolutely, yes.
All right, take your 3 dice.
All right. That's a 6.
There we go.
Love to see it.
You get full access to the system, and you can just stop what she's doing.
Great.
Oh, let's go.
I'm just removing this. That's the great effect. She's completely locked out. As far as you can tell, she was going to overload all of these at the same time and make it look like an accident. You'll note that, for example, Belladonna and Bank are pretty close to this one.
Yeah.
You know, the other people who she might not want to hit are further away from them. So yeah, she's fully locked out. You can see her blurred face as she's hitting the keyboard, essentially slamming her fist, game of rage.
Just under his breath, they're such amateurs.
Yeah, they are. I mean, she is. She's an interesting one. But Sabriel is immediately in your view. He's got a brand new prosthetic covering half of his face. It's this sort of red, plasticky metal thing. It kind of looks like an eye patch, but it's covering a chunk of his skull as well, where you assume that something might have happened there. But he's just there enjoying the party. How does Azara react to that?
Oh, it's like seeing the dead. Blood runs cold over the comms. So something's come up. I'm going to need somebody else to deal with the artist, whatever her name was. Can't remember it, doesn't care.
Does Azara shut off comms?
I don't think he shuts off comms, but she hasn't shut it off. He still wants to be in contact, but isn't
responding.
Yeah.
Are we able to send text messages to each other through that? Dorian at the ticket booth is hearing this and is just under the counter while scanning tickets, phone in the other hand, quickly texting, Azara, I swear to God, don't.
Yeah, from your angle, you can probably see Sabriel too. Mm-hmm. By the way, Logan suddenly has worked their way up towards the stage during all of this. Dorian or Laren, let's get something from either of you two.
Well, I think. Do you have something, Dorian?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the
Okay.
right time either to leave or to cause trouble.
I would say that the number of people coming in, like the line has dwindled. So you're at the point where if you wanted to take a break without it looking super obvious, you could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dorian will probably do that and just be like, I'm gonna go ahead and take my 15. I'll be back. And starts moving around towards the art exhibit.
Sure. Are you looking to do something here, or are you just sort of getting yourself in position?
I want to see where the entrances into the warehouse are. Is it these two doors here? Or are those just lights?
Directly behind where like the DJ booth is, there's those two. And then off screen, in both ways, off screen to the left and the right, so past these electrical pylons, there's additional doorways, but those are using primarily as like service doorways for like moving food through. So like if Laren wanted to like get in this, that's how he would probably do it. But you could burst through center stage as well. That could be fun.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I think right now Dorian's main thing is they're going to kind of move just looking a little bit over towards Logan. But I think... I don't know. Topo or Laren, anything from y'all?
Well, I had a plan, and then Azara was extremely effective, and I'm not sure how well my idea will work anymore.
I mean, so Killer Queen is not neutralized. Whatever she was trying to do, she'll try a different way to do it, right? That's still a rogue element in y'all's plan.
I think what Laren wants to be doing right now, once he gets off the phone asking what the hell Azara is doing, is he wants to look for, like, not actively looking, but just, like, glance around the kitchen and look for, like, anything. Even, like, the smallest disagreement or, like, squeaky wheel or, like, anything that is going wrong, and use that as an excuse to come out front.
Sure.
Talk to Belladonna and be like, hey, we need you in the kitchen because XY is going wrong.
Sure,
Yeah.
totally.
As an excuse to drag her away from the potentially exploding courtyard.
Totally. I think this is probably 2 roles. One of them is a survey to find a thing, and then another one would be a consort to, like, you're being honest, there's a thing to do. Alternatively, you could just roll a sway. Now, you don't have anything in sway, but you could still roll it, because you don't need to find something if you're just lying.
I think Laren would try to err on the side of honesty, especially because this is somebody he is trying to get to, maybe not like him, but at least be agreeable with him.
Sure, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, this is going to be a survey. I would say you're still in a risky standard position, or risky position. So risky standard survey, you have 1 dice to start.
Oh boy, okay.
You want a collateral die?
Yeah, what kind of collaterals we got here? Because this is a rough looking roll.
Let's see. Alex, are you willing to let me tick this clock again? It's just 3 ticks.
Yeah, I really need that second die.
Yeah! That's what I like to hear.
Alright, so that brings me to 2 dice, I think. Instead of doing the survey himself, I think Laren is going to put Memo on that job as he is, like, walking towards Belladonna. Just like, you've got 30 seconds, like, find something for me to work with here.
Sure, and that'll let you roll command instead.
Yes, that would. I was looking at Bright Idea because Memo is technically a specialist cohort, and if this goes bad, I can resist the consequence, but command works even better.
Yeah. Go ahead and do command and use that collateral die to get 3 dice. That sounds great. I do think it's interesting that we're back on this, and immediately Laren is, like, actually acting like a captain. Like, we're not getting Laren as deferring to Mem here. You're, like, saying, okay, we need to be doing this now.
This is true, yeah.
Do you think there's something has shifted in Laren with, like, all this stuff with Tempestia?
I think at the very least he's become a little single-minded about finding the truth of what's going on here. He is definitely putting all of his energy into the side objective and not the primary one.
Okay, so you do it, right? You find the thing. You find something worth bringing Belladonna's attention to. She and Bank are doing the the like, oh, we were just dancing for a while and now we're getting a drink and like relaxing at the edge and watching people dance thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also she's sort of overseeing and like checking in on everything. So this is a good time to like come up to her and bother her. Two things happen because this is a risky consequence. One thing that happens is that Kill a Queen, you can spot, those of you who have your eyes on her, which isn't Azara anymore, can spot that she's just moved up directly towards Logan suddenly.
Cool.
Two, I'm again going to tick this clock. The clock tick here is coming from just time passing. So if you want to resist it, you can, but you would be resisting it in terms of like doing this faster.
Can I resist the Kill a Queen moving on Logan suddenly consequence?
Do we not want her to kill him?
I thought we were going to talk to him.
Just let her kill him.
Because that achieves both of our, like, pinning stuff on them and getting our
that's
party
true, that's
going.
true. Okay, then. Never mind.
We do have to get a souvenir off him, though.
We do, yeah.
Oh, then, as she's about to murder him, can I walk up and, like, take something from him? Can I take his wallet?
You can get close to him. This would be another roll for you to grab something off him.
Gotcha.
Can we just have Dorian taking a selfie within the background? Logan suddenly getting stabbed by an invisible person.
That's awesome.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Ooh. Actually, I'm so sorry. I have a better idea. What if when she stabs him, I go up and I hold him up and go, oh, wow, Logan, you seem to already have been drinking the entire night, bud. Here, let's go get you to the green room real quick.
I like the assumption here of the stabbing that's going to happen. Anyway, Laren, are you resisting here at all? It's just 4 ticks.
It's just it's half a consequence. I can use my spark for better things.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
It's always just 4 ticks.
It's just 4 ticks. Anyway,
It's just we're just one failure away from the danger zone. It's fine. Failures don't happen often in Beam Saber.
We also don't. Technically, we don't even know what this clock is. Maybe it's a good clock.
Yeah, it's a good clock.
Yeah, maybe it's a great clock. Maybe it's everybody's favorite clock.
Everyone gets ice cream.
Maybe the clock is Tempestia lands and everybody dies.
Yeah, that's very possible. Anyway, so Laren, you were going to go up and then make this case to Belladonna, right? I think that the thing that Mem found is that, like, I think there's a risk of a fire. I think that, like, somebody fucked up and, like, didn't secure some of the, like, the temporary stove stuff correctly.
Gotcha.
And there's, like, a chance this whole thing explodes, which is pretty serious.
Okay. In that case, yeah, Laren will take this information, go up to both Bank and Belladonna and be like, we've got a bit of a situation in the kitchen. Could use a little bit of help back there. Fire hazard. Look, I'm the hired help. Nobody's going to listen to me, but they might listen to you.
Yeah, this sounds like you're trying to convince somebody, honestly. I think this is a consort. Risky standard,
Okay.
1 dice to start. You got all the regular options. You can push yourself, somebody could try to help, collateral die, etc.
The stress is already so high. Oh, what is the collateral?
Good news. It's not that I would tick this clock. The collateral die is that whatever Kill a Queen is going to do with Logan suddenly, she's going to do it. Like, that's just going to happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Jesus.
With I don't know, maybe I should be saying this, but with the added stipulation that assuming things explode, Laren is fully ready to just grab Belladonna and run for cover.
So that's 2 dice.
I'm gonna need that stress for something down the road, I just know it, so we're just gonna try 2 dice.
Sure. Risky standard.
Let's go.
Very good. Very good. So that's a 6. So, on a 6, they both go with you, right? Belladonna's like,
right.
I told them they had to be careful about where they put the gas. Runs after you. You all 3 head back to the kitchen?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
I'm just going to move you all back up here. Assumably you all went through like the side entrance. You didn't stop the bad DJing that's happening. DJ Fuel and Fire goes, this next one is from my good friend Serena, the Teenage Witch, And she has a song called Bewitched! And he starts playing it, and it's like an EDM version of the Sabrina the Teenage Witch like intro theme song. You've no idea, is that in this world? Anyway, that's just a fun side comedic thing, because what happens over here is she doesn't stab him. Instead, she hits him with a like holographic little projector thing, and they both vanish. You've lost sight of both of them.
Ooh.
She wasn't trying to kill him.
I throw pocket flower.
Pizza.
This is not resistible because it was a collateral die.
Yeah.
So this just happens. Somebody's going to have to roll to find them.
I'm on it. Yeah.
My apologies, everybody. I've made things very complicated.
You just slightly complicated what's happening here.
Dorian's going to look immediately over at Topo and be like, what the fuck?
She's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, give me a hug, Topo.
Yeah, it's no longer subtle. I'm like booking over there and just scanning the area.
For sure.
Yeah. And you know what? I think I'll push myself for that one.
Risky standard 3 dice then? Awesome.
That is not good.
Can I throw in an aid?
No, not at this point. Not post.
Oof.
Here's the thing that happens. The clock finishes. This is not resistible.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is time / the reaction. The screens come back on. They've been like erroring this whole time. They come back on. And also, Logan Suddenly's back. And Logan Suddenly is standing at the stage, right? Standing next to Fuel and Fire. And somehow they have access to the speakers and the AV, and he has cut the music. And the thing that nobody else notices, because nobody else would have even thought this was going to happen, is that Logan suddenly now has blood on his hands. And what he says is, "Thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate everyone coming out and showing their support of this Fan Appreciation Week. Unfortunately, there are those among you who are not loyal fans of CalazCon. And here, the pylons turn red. And he says, I'm sorry, but we cannot allow anyone to leave until we have a thorough scan of the situation and we understand who here may be working against the interests of CalazCon. But don't worry, everyone, he says, sort of getting into it now, because we have an exciting announcement for those loyal fans of CalazCon who might have been excited. What could be the clash at the con this time? How could Clash manage to outdo themselves from last year? And he hits a little button on a like USB style slide projector, and an announcement plays.
The big screen at the party changes from whatever it was showing before to an image of an athletic white woman standing on a stage at some other party. Her black hair in a ponytail as she's dressed in cosplay. Likely some incredibly niche character to show off her fan bona fides, though the character likely doesn't have the leafy tattoos reaching up her neck from below her shirt collar. A banner under her on the screen identifies her as Artemis Mayflower of CalazClash. Hello, CalazCon! Wherever you are in the lovely city of Hestiel, make some noise! I know everyone's been having a good time at the parties all this week, but don't take your naps just yet, because we've got something special for all of you. You know that every time we get together, CalazClash puts on a show worth talking about. This year, we've gone above and beyond all of our previous achievements. The screen showing Artemis changes to an aerial shot of the Praxian Plaza Convention Center. It slides smoothly around the building, the view clearly from drones overhead. You can see stalls, AVs, and people spreading out from the center's bulk like ants drawn to a picnic plate. The structure itself is a massive shape with an ovoid floor plan you can clearly see from this high up. The size of the building is necessary so that AVs can be showcased inside the main halls. An office building-like tower rises from the middle of the center, providing any inside a clear view for kilometers. One of Calazar's most famous battles is the three-way battle between the Hope of Calazar, Horizon Blue, and Goliath. I'm sure many of you have seen CalazClash's Horizon Blue on display, and a few of you have taken a very special interest in the Hope of Calazar. She pauses for the audience's laughter at her acknowledgement of the vermin's success. But what about Goliath? Have we converted a bunker-type T? Maybe cobbling together parts from a few different AVs? No. We've partnered with Jacob's Junkers to make something incredible. The ground beneath your feet shakes as an earthquake rumbles around you. On the screen, the human and AV ants flee from the convention center, as cracks appear in the concrete around the building. A series of explosions spew dust and debris into the air, concealing the structure. As this happens, the metal side paneling on the tower section shifts to different areas, revealing a darkened alcove on either side. A series of massive shapes rise out of the dust cloud, their appearance being immediately followed by 6 crashing booms, and then the convention center stands up. As the arms slide into place from the side of the tower, a head similar to a Barbute-style helmet rises from the top of the building. 4 Jovangelian Swan air transports painted with Calazar colors fly into frame, carrying a pair of massive cannons into place above the convention center's shoulders, while numerous panels all over its body open up, revealing a multitude of weaponry. The camera switches back to Artemis with a huge smile on her face. It is my pleasure to present to you our 1-to-1 scale, fully functional Goliath. Tickets are now on sale for front row seats inside Goliath as it does battle against Horizon Blue and the Hope of Calazar. Get yours now while supplies last.
So, good news, you know what the super weapon is. In fact, you all can see it stand up.
Oh, God.
You all are just outside of the convention center. You watch as it stands.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh. You all are in a desperate situation, by the way.
Sure.
So, here's how this is gonna go. The Avi that was like dancing all nice and like fun in the middle is now going through, has stepped off the platform and is stepping through the crowd one by one and is basically scanning people to ID them. People who are okayed are given little passes, which means that they can leave from this pylon entrapment thing. Also, the Highwayman, which is the Avi of Logan Suddenly, has also stepped through the sort of pylon barricade, revealing that it always had the ability to like step through here. This was just a trick, just a trap. You're thinking, oh, what was the trap? Why is Logan Suddenly so obviously here, right? It's to get all the people who wanted to kill Logan Suddenly to show up. So they could take him out all at once. It's a pretty clever idea.
I fucking hate that I'm right.
And the people who are not scanned and like getting it okay to like move forward are immediately getting killed. There's a big axe here. This is an AV. This is a one-hit kill. Everybody present, some of them are so like blazed out of their minds that they're like not even fully processing what's happening. Other people are frozen in fear. This is a nightmare situation. I think Barrett has like jumped up here to be next to Fuel and Fire. Does it like, in case the worst case scenario, he can grab Fuel and Fire and they can bounce. But Logan Suddenly is unbothered, standing in the middle of this as the Avies move through the crowd. You are in a desperate situation. What do you do?
Is it time to bring the hummingbird?
Sabriel is also freaked out by this. Sabriel is also moving to try to get away.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to get up where Barrett is.
That's a prowl, for sure.
Yeah. I think it's just a dash. I don't think I'm trying to be sneaky about it. I'm just booking that way.
Okay. I mean, what's the intent of what you want to do here?
I want to see if he can get big.
You're talking about Bank, not Barrett. That's your other friend.
It's the other friend, yeah.
Bank's in the kitchen.
Yeah, so I'm dashing inside then, I guess, yeah.
Oh, you can't get past these orange pylons, bud. That's why they're orange now.
That's right, yeah.
You need one of these passes first.
Can I do a flashback to have snuck him a pass?
Sure, yeah, that's definitely possible.
Yeah.
So nobody who was part of the organization team knew about this. This is Logan suddenly surreptitiously using their party against them.
Okay.
So you could still do it. I think that it would be too stressed to roll to see if you could note something was up with the pylons to be able to get something to Topo. But this is not something you get for free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Spark to burn. I can do this.
Is someone back there with him?
Does it help at all that Dorian totally called it?
Dorian did totally call it, right? But I think that's the narrative justification that Dorian would even be like looking into. Hey, something's probably up about this, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Laren could definitely talk to Bank for you, Topo.
Yeah. I would get Laren on comms and say, I don't know if you heard all that, but we need someone who can take care of Mech right now, and Banks might be our only hope.
I mean, yep, that's true. Also, you don't know exactly how these orange pylons work, but anyway.
Yeah.
So, Dorian, is this a thing that you want to get Topo this pass, or now that Topo could just communicate to Laren?
Yeah, I don't think I need the pass if that's the case.
Yeah, if that's the case, what I think Dorian would... God, I really wish there was a way to do simultaneous rolls, because there are two things I want to do at once. I want Dorian to immediately just start walking towards the stage, lock eyes with Logan, and then in the other eye you can see the remote control activate for the Some Advice. And I want the ballad song Some Advice to just hang out from underneath the hummingbird, lock in, and use that brand new fucking railgun to shoot that as Dorian pulls a revolver that has an orange cap for prop and just open fire on Logan.
Oh, God.
I like all of this. I think we take this one thing at a time.
Agreed. It'd be really fucking cool, though, for the cinematic of it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, I mean, who knows which of those works?
Yeah.
Hopefully both.
So this is a hunt roll for you attempting to shoot Logan, right?
Yep.
This is going to be Desperate Limited. Logan is a tier above you all. It has total control of the situation. And you are starting with 1 die. So...
But I do have Watch the Kid. Yeah, so I can push myself and reduce the cost by 1 stress. So I can be rolling 2.
Yep.
So I definitely want to do that.
Are you looking for help? Is anybody willing to help here?
I would love a collateral die for this first one.
Collateral die. Interesting.
Gee, how could a railgun cause collateral?
I wonder. Well, this is just for this first roll. So this is just for this shot. The collateral die here is that if you don't successfully pull off this maneuver, by which I mean, if you don't get your Balasan to take this thing out with a railgun, this Avi that's very close to you, it's gonna hit you. That's the collateral die.
Oh!
What was one of the things Dorian said? Focus on the mission.
Jesus.
So you want to take that?
Yeah. Give me that extra XP.
Let's put that Avi right there, just so we remember. I should describe this Avi a little bit. It's kind of a roundish, sort of bulky Avi. It notably has kind of like an axe. I think previously what this looked like was basically like some glow stick. Like I think the hilt is still glowing. And from the blade here is like extra energy projection, which just started up when this whole like nightmare situation started. So you're at 3 dice, desperate, limited, or are you going to use one of those boosts as to get your effect up?
Let's get one of those effect up. So that's going to be 2 dice.
Okay, desperate standard. Make sure to mark XP for rolling desperate.
That's a 5. I will take it.
Whew.
So I'm going to go ahead and start. This one. This one's a good clock. This is kill Logan suddenly. The clock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Logan's just a guy, so this is just a 6-step clock. The reason why gunfire doesn't immediately kill him, and you see this happen, is he has some sort of like tier 3 high impact armor stuff. So like he gets shot a whole bunch. He like gets hit back where he like goes up against this door. He immediately like turns to you, sees this happening, but of course you're acting so soon he can't possibly do anything about it yet in terms of like stopping you or like calling down the Avi to kill you, which is what he wants to do, right? So I'm going to mark this 2 ticks for your standard effect there. Now let's get your railgunning, yeah?
Yeah. I will also use beginners watch the kid again on this one, so I will be pushing myself once more.
Sure.
But
though this is with a vehicle.
Yeah, when you push yourself in addition of the normal actions. Okay.
So it would take 2 quirks, and this doesn't reduce the number of quirks that it would take.
Yeah. But also, more importantly, I am actually using my connection ticks to have 2 in bombard, which I assume is what I need for this railgun.
Mm.
Clever. So then it is just a regular you pushing yourself with stress, but then it will cost 2 because you're using the other effect here.
Yeah. So I'm marking 2 quirks.
No. You're doing 2 stress because this is still Watch the Kid. Watch the Kid is still relevant now.
Ah, sweet. All right, I have 2 boxes of stress left. This works out great. And I think I'm using the sniper training I saw Topo kind of give me like a crash course on at one point.
Yep.
And now it's time for it to stick, literally. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this fine railgun that I got off the Screeching Owl.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. I imagine it's just like the Hummingbird
Mm-hmm.
just as the back hatch unlock.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of launching out an Avi, it's just the some advice hanging out, locks in, and as soon as Dorian pulls the trigger on the railgun fires. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna see how well this goes.
Mm-hmm.
What are we at dice-wise?
Oh, could I get a collateral die?
You did get... Whoa, you want another one?
Yeah, give me another one.
All right, so you're already going to get absolutely clobbered. While I think of that, can you describe your new Avi a little bit?
Yeah, so some advice has the basic appeal of the ballad song, but it's gutted and pieced together, and it has the drones from the Screeching Owl. Instead of that military gray kind of camouflage shade that's got going on, it's very obviously like part of this ballad song was actually taken from a training model, so it's got bright yellow on one of the arms. It still has that typical shield on the arm, but it's instead of it being this diamond shape, it's actually more of like a it looks like a Galaga fighter jet. Not a Galaga. It's like a asteroids. There we go. The little triangle with like the indent on the back points. And the leg is actually very, very skinny because that's where the drones come off in order to make the railgun. And it lines up in that little pocket of the shield. And that's where the shot comes out from as the railgun locks in, approves the target, and fires.
Hell yeah. Speaking of, so you have 1 die right now?
2 dice, because I'm using my connection ticks.
You're right. Okay. 2 dice. This is desperate standard.
Perfect.
Probably fine.
What would a collateral die look like?
Right. The collateral die in this case is the highwayman's also going to start going towards you. So a second Avi is on its way. It's going to reach you as well. Even if you take out this one, this other Avi is still going to be gunning for you next. It's not going to hit you. You're not going to have to like resist harm. But this is like, it's going to be on top of you.
What is the difference between. I mean, what is one more Avi? What's one more Avi?
That's so beautiful.
Also, I will say, thanks to that XP ability of Full Child, I have now ranked up, leveled up, and now have another playbook XP I can pick, playbook ability I can pick up.
Nice.
So, woohoo! But one problem at a time. We're rolling 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this goes. I barely make it 4.
I think that this thing does the cool screech owl thing, right? Of it, like, it sounds like a high-pitched, like, electronic bird's cry. Everybody hears that from the sky, and then just, like, a bolt of energy shoots down and absolutely destroys this thing, right?
Oh, that's rad.
The problem here, Dorian, I don't know if you knew this, when you fire a railgun at something that's next to you, it also hurts you. I don't know if you knew that.
What's one more injury?
From a railgun?
From a railgun from an AV. This is going to be the level 4 harm obliterated.
I am going to 1, resist it, and 2, use my armor.
Yeah. Okay. I think resisting it is prowess, right? This is you have to get out of the way as fast as possible.
Yep.
So let's get that one first, because let's see if you scar out here.
Yeah. Do we have Forge in the Fire? It's been a minute.
Let's check. You all have Deadly. Everyone gets a +1. You have War Dogs, and you have Analysts. So no, you do not have Forge in the Fire.
Why do I always think we have Forge in the Fire?
This is good.
Yeah, it is good.
You need to get a 5 or a 6 to not scar out here.
Just get a crit.
Wait. Playbook XP. I did max out. What if I took a veteran ability of never tell me the odds?
I love that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's one of my abilities.
What
Let's
are
go.
we? What 5D chess are we getting hit with here?
Oh my god.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, that's great.
You were just thinking about your connection with Topo. Now you're thinking about your connection with Azara.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's go.
For posterity, never tell me the odds is take +1D to resistance rolls or exhaust 1 fewer quirk for vehicle resistance when you are outnumbered or drastically outmatched by a foe.
Drastically outmatched by my own
Yeah.
railgun.
Me and the boys.
Is there anything we can do to help Dorian, or is he just stuck on his own with
No,
us?
Dorian brought this upon himself.
Oh, God.
Blades of Glory, penultimate, let's go. Right before the railgun hits, Dorian's gonna yell, Barrett, take DJ out and...
1 stress. Incredible. You're still in the game.
Oh, my God.
I would love to be blown right into, like, one of these, or, like, right into the wall.
Sure, that's good. I like that. I'm a fan of you getting knocked into one of these, like, DJ displays.
Yeah. Dorian's last words are, and run!
Not last words, because you're not scarring out.
I am 1 away.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. You also should mark the armor to reduce that down to level 2. I think this is just level 2 harm, full body bruise.
I am down for that.
Okay, so that was Dorian. A very, very useful thing to do. Who else has got a thing here they'd like to do?
I would like to pitch Topo.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
Would you like to do a group action shoot Logan?
I would love to.
Hell yes.
Shooting at someone across the room. That's a hunt.
That's a hunt for sure. What weapons are you all using here? Like, what are you pulling out?
I'm pulling out my fine sniper rifle.
Nice. That'll bring that up to standard for you.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just have a rifle. Just a normal... I'm imagining... You tell me if this is too much bullshit, but I like the idea of like one of those, those like foldable rifles that you can pack in. I'm doing that. I also have something called I have a firearm silencer. I don't necessarily know if that'll be that big of a deal right now.
No, this is going to be really obvious that y'all are shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I push myself for this, again, feel free to say no to this. but I have a move called the Devil's Footsteps,
Mm.
which is when I push myself, it allows me to choose one of the following in addition to normal benefits. Perform a feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman, or maneuver to confuse your enemies so they mistakenly attack each other.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to try to make this look like CalazCon is shooting him. Or one of the CalazCon squads is doing this.
Sure. I mean, there's still some CalazCon people, like,
Yeah.
who haven't been scanned yet and now won't be because the axe robot's dead.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, you could easily maneuver yourself such that it looks like it's coming from them.
Great. Then I will do that.
All right. Both of you give me a hunt. Desperate
All right.
standard, make sure you mark XP.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, you know what I just realized?
Huh?
I have 0 in hunt.
Woohoo!
Oh dear.
Do you have a collateral die?
Of course I have a collateral die. Sabriel sees you and then still gets away.
Hmm.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah.
Making a choice. Azara's saying,
Yeah.
no, I'm going for the job.
You know, and I am, and here's why.
Uh-huh.
I think when Azara saw Sabriel,
Uh-huh.
he was like kind of excited to see him, and he doesn't like that feeling.
Sure. That makes a lot of
He's
sense.
really pushing that emotion deep down.
I will also take a collateral die.
Oh, okay, interesting. For you, Dorian just got blown across the room, so the highwayman's looking for something to hit. You're going to be the thing that it now latches onto. This is not, you're not going to be hit by this, but it is going to be angling to hit you next.
Fair. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
Ooh, I also have Daredevil, which is when I roll a desperate action, I get plus 1d if I take minus 1d to all resistance rolls.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
nice.
So I'm going to do that. Let's go.
Cool. I got myself a 5.
Oh, sorry, who's leading this?
I am.
Yeah.
There we go.
5.
Okay, so Topo doesn't take any stress, which is great. Everybody likes that. But we do have a small issue here, which is that you're going to get some consequences. So, first of all, you do it, right? You shoot this guy some more. At this point, Logan can see the writing on the wall, can see the holographic writing on the wall. Logan is going to turn and go into the building. Because the door is right there, y'all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Logan is bouncing. Logan is out. That is one of the parts of the disparate consequence here that's not resistible. Also, Barrett took your advice, Dorian. Grabbed DJ, Fuel and Fire, and headed into the building as well. So they're now in the building. This might mean, for example, that Laren, Belladonna, and Bank are now the closest to them, interestingly enough. The consequence over here, over for good old Topo, because we set this up so nicely, is you're going to take what would have just been a risky consequence, level 2 harm, but this is coming from an AV, which means it's immediately going up in scale to a level 3 harm. This is the Highwayman. You can actually read about, if you want, follow along at home. The Highwayman is in the main book. It is from, as I mentioned, the Theocracy, the Church of the Celestial Myriad. You don't know how Logan suddenly got this thing, but it is a weird prototype like knight armor thing. And part of what it has, you may not be able to see it super well in this small image here, is scary, scary monster claws. And those scary, scary monster claws are going to be raking down at you, Topo, and you're going to take the level 3 harm eviscerated, unless, of course, you resist it.
I think I would like to resist that. Yeah.
Okay, weird. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
How are you resisting? Are you going to be rolling this down? Do you have armor you're going to mark, etc.?
Definitely going to mark armor.
Okay, so mark that. That's going to take it down to a level 2 harm. Do you want to resist it further?
I do, yeah.
What are you doing here to resist?
And as much as I would like to do it with insight, I don't think I can justify that.
No.
Yeah, so it's going to be prowess. I'm just going to be rolling out of the way and trying to get behind something.
Yeah, you're going to need to do a barrel roll for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a 2 dice resistance roll. Okay, so that's just 2 stress. That's not too bad.
That's 2 stress. Good. I'm glad I did not push that last one because that.
Yeah, you'd be gone.
Yeah.
This is the level 1 harm. Let's see. I think it gets you on your shoulder. So I think this is just the level 1 harm strained. You take a little bit of it before you like roll into it and past it. It's still on you though, because you could not roll away far enough. So you still have that problem. Let's jump over here real quick to Sebriel spotting you, Azar, because assumably you still had your holocam on, right?
Yeah.
But I think that like as soon as you start firing, Sebriel like spots that this is happening, and I think that like
fair.
The gun flash from the rifle like momentarily pierces through the hollow so that he can see your face. And as a reminder, the last time he saw your face, he was instants away from killing you before you dropped a river on his head.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I think the two of you just lock eyes for a second, right? His one eye, your two eyes. And you can see, previously he thought, okay, this is just some guy who showed up from like the planet. You mentioned that like you'd mentioned the planet that he helps basically destroy, which is why he's your rival, right?
Mm-hmm.
And previously he didn't know who you are. He just knew you were some guy from that planet. The look in his eyes now tells Azara Sebriel knows exactly who you are.
Good.
You can tell mechanically Sebriel has marked you as his rival too.
Oh, no.
He bounces.
Okay. I think before he bounces, can I do something?
Sure, yeah. What do you want?
I think I'm just going to spit in the ground and look him in the eye and say, come find me.
He's clearly like he grabbed one of those passes off somebody. You can see in the air now this like weird electronic discharge, which is like stopping people or obvious from going through. And he takes a look at that, takes a look at you, and he just nods and then is gone. Anyway, inside the building, Laren, you've been getting a lot of interesting messages on your comms. And the last one was probably from either Topo or Azara saying, hey, he's in the building now.
We also, I remember, God, things have been moving quickly, but I'm still on the get bank to help.
We can jump back a little bit, but I think that what happened was they heard a railgun go off, and they immediately started rushing to go outside through this main door. So you all are, like, heading towards each other now.
Okay, how much of the big speech previously did we hear when we were inside?
I think you heard muffled. I think that, like, Belladonna and Bake, until the railgun went off, I think they just thought that it was like a weird postmodern song that the Fuel and Fire was playing for some reason.
Okay. Complicates my idea a little bit. Let's see.
You want it to instead be that like they heard it and they just started running towards the central area sooner. That's also fine.
Okay. Yeah, because I do definitely want Laren to build off of that.
Sure, yeah.
He is going to attempt a command for both Belladonna and Bank. As they're running through the hall, he's going to be, well, sounds like things are going to shit. We're going to need your help, both of you. Because he hears in his ear Topo saying, get Bank to help.
Right.
That's going to be like his opening statement.
Yeah. I think that they stop. I think there's like a long hallway, right? This is before Logan Suddenly and Fuel and Fire and Barrett have like stepped into this long hallway. You're like running along it. Mm-hmm. I think Belladonna and Bank both stop. They were like rushing towards the door, and they stop and they turn towards you, and they're like, "What? What do you mean help you? We need to figure out what's going on. What are you talking about? What's your objective here?" Suspicion in their eyes.
Right now, live. You just heard what they said over that call.
Yeah, I mean...
Look, they're hunting down anyone they think isn't loyal to CalazCon. Well, I'm a hired hand, so I'm not a part of CalazCon. And we're all kind of in the same boat now.
Bang, like, snort laughs. He's like, I don't know about that.
And then Laren would like to dish the hot goss and produce the information we received earlier and say, no, you're on the list.
Now, there is a little bit of a lie here, because that was Calazarian Artists Association's list, not Calaz Clash's list, but I like the idea of using it in this way still. So that's giving you a +1 of this command roll, yeah?
Yes.
I think this is desperate standard 3d6 then. Unless you're doing anything else.
I guess I can hear what a collateral die has. That's gotten us in such a great situation so far.
Let's see. For you in this situation, on a success, Bank's rampage will have unintended consequences.
Oh boy. Yeah, sure, I'm okay with that.
Great to hear.
So that brings us to 4 dice.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Wow.
Cool. Well, good news. The success doesn't happen. Unfortunately for you, Laren, they notice that your documents say Calazarian Artists Association.
Oof.
Mhm.
Belladonna pulls out a gun and points it at you. And she says, you know, people have been saying that you lot are no good, but I didn't believe it till now. We have no quarrel with CalazCon. We built one of the 2 resonance cannons. And she shoots you. Take the level 3 harm. It's just shot. You can resist this. Of course.
I'd like to retract my statements about how cool I thought Belladonna was.
Can I attempt to resist this with resolve and try to talk her down?
You can, but you're still gonna get shot. It would just, you talking her down, unless you talk this down all the way from a level 3 to nothing, she still shoots you. It's just, does she shoot you in, like, the leg to stop you from running?
Yeah.
Right?
Is that even mechanically possible to pop it down 3?
Oh, it totally
Sure
is.
it is. Oh,
You just
really?
keep resisting.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually you'll scar out, but maybe you won't.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Actually, there is another way to do this. I could resist once and fill in my 2 equipment with armor to soak the last point.
Sure. Well, it would still, so resist once would get it down to level 2, armor would get it down to level 1. So you'd still have some harm here.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with this plan. We are going to attempt to talk her down.
What's that look like? She says this thing about, people have been telling her that y'all were no good, that pizza delivery was no good, that they were, a bad DFS squad. And she reveals that they built one of its 2 resonance cannons. That was the arm cannon that was here. And says, you're the problem. They have no qualms with CalazCon. What do you say? Sorry, quarrel, not qualms.
Yeah, that's not really important right now. I am trying to save your life. Look, there are assassins running around, hurting and killing anyone that they even suspect of the slightest impropriety. We hired Split Second a while ago, and even they got hit by them. And you're on their list. You're going to be next. I want to help you.
Okay, roll the resolve. Let's see how this works. Resolve, resist. Now that will be 3 dice, but I did notice you filled out your resolve track.
Fill up my resolve track.
You can take a point and sway. Do a 4 dice resist.
That is, I think I will do that.
All right, give me 4 dice. Resolve, resist. So that's 2 more stress. Are you going to take armor and then use that to get it down to a level 1 harm? Or do you want to resist again?
Oh, boy.
You could get a crit.
I could get a crit. I got 4 dice.
You got 4 dice.
Oh, well,
you're at
fuck it.
8 of 9 stress.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say, okay, do I stress out at 9 or do I stress out at 10 when I go over?
At 9.
9.
But stressing out gives you a scar, which is a XP. So
yeah, well,
you know.
we will. Laren is very invested in trying to get Belladonna on his side and getting information out of her. So yeah, let's see how this conversation keeps playing out.
Okay, so in that case, I think what she does is she says she lowers the gun, so now it's pointing at your leg. An improvement on the situation, not pointed at your head. And she says, "Look, okay, there's CalazCon infighting for sure. we didn't even know. We didn't even know they were building Goliath. We just knew we were building a resonance cannon. But I just don't see how we haven't shown our loyalty. I don't see why they would have a need to send the Calazarian Artists Association against us.
Look, I don't have all the answers myself. I don't know why either. What I can tell you is that these are real, private files from the Calazarian Artists Association. For whatever reason, you are on their list. And one night you're going to wake up and they're going to come for you. And you need our help as much as we need yours right now.
I think that they'd probably need a little bit more because that's sort of the same tactics you were taking last time. But I think what you could do, right, is you could show them that, like, this is live. Like, pull up some sort of screen or hollow projection from your eye or something.
Yeah, maybe he could pull in Mem to do that. Yeah,
totally. Display that. Is this being projected from your cool eye?
Sure. Yeah,
I don't think we've seen that before. Have you like raising your eye patch to do this?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Hell yeah! We get your Sans Undertale moment.
Yes. I guess, yeah, that sounds like an amazing idea. And just projecting what is going on outside and the active firefight that is going on, all of the mechs stomping around killing people.
Yeah. Okay, give me another resolve resist.
There it is!
Yeah.
6.
Yo.
And then you use armor to get this down to nothing?
And then I use armor to get this down to nothing.
Okay. I think what this is, she doesn't shoot you, right? Like... I think what she does is she just gets up and, like, punches you.
Okay.
And this is what the armor is absorbing, right? She just, like, punches you in the chest and is like, God damn it. This has to be the fact that I've been talking with you pizza people. That's why I'm on their list. That's what... Fuck. You're right. You're right. Bank, we've got to work with them. At least for now. And Bank just goes up, yep, you got it, boss. And starts in this hallway transforming.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Which is going to take up the whole of the hallway and also probably not get him very far. So he's just like looking for the thing to do. They both turn to you. What do you tell them to do?
There's an RV out there. My team's in trouble. Go help them.
Okay. You know what? That was already a lot of rolling. I'm not going to make you roll. What happens is this is just a hallway that's like right up against the wall. Bank knows that. You know what else Bank knows? That he can rip through that wall as Berserker. And he does.
Oh, boy.
We get the shot, because this is like we went back a little bit, right? We get the shot of Topo, you dodging, barely getting clipped by these scary, scary monster claws by this Highwayman prototype mech. And then Berserker just like jumps on it and pins it to the ground.
Let's go.
Are we coming back to Laren and Belladonna like running down the hallway towards Logan Sonnenly?
I think Laren's first thought is to follow through on this and attempt to get Belladonna like out and to safety.
That's interesting.
Can I make a pitch for... I have a move that allows me to push myself for a feat of athletics by spending my spark. Can I do that to have caught up to where they are?
Do you go through the hole in the wall that Berserker just made?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Like, you know, Berserker coming through this and Zara being like, oh, just going to sneak on through here.
Yeah, spend your spark to do that.
Nice.
Are you going to take Belladonna back to the base then?
I was going to give Belladonna a gun and say, hey, do you want to go kill Logan with me?
So that's the thing. Like, I don't think she's going to move.
He's not going to.
Clash right now.
Yeah.
She's protecting herself and Bank.
In that case, I will do that. And can I give a silenced pistol to Laren and say, can you go kill Logan suddenly? One of us has to do that.
Jump's the jump. Yep.
Okay. Here's what so just to be clear, Azara is taking Belladonna to safety. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Azara, Belladonna, you successfully get out. Barrett and Fuel and Fire moved faster. They're out of there. To be clear, the unintended consequences were going to be they also got killed if you sent him against Logan suddenly. You said Berserker. So good job not doing that. Here's what I think happens. Logan is partway down this hallway. Laren blocks him on one side. And then I think Dorian, who's not dead yet, right? Like, Dorian's not out of this.
No.
Does Dorian come through the door on the other side and you're pinning him in?
Are we getting him in a
So
crossfire?
So good.
Get me in on that too, Han. I want a piece.
I think you could do it, but you would need to roll to get there in time because you're the furthest away and you don't have a spark. Yep. Push yourself, cool, fast movement stuff. Okay. I think this is a prowl because this is like you need to get past these two fighting Avies. Well, one Avi and one monster. This is desperate standard.
I'm just going to take the one die.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, you maniac.
You madman.
Most massive balls.
A 3. Okay.
So that's a failure. I think you get caught in the crossfire, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is not even you're not even an intended target. Berserker and Highwayman are fighting. Highwayman knocks Berserker back. Berserker throws Highwayman behind him, and it lands on you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is going to be the level 4 harm flattened.
Yeah, definitely going to have to resist that.
Yeah, you don't have any armor left, do you? Do you have space? Could you mark heavy armor?
I marked off. Where's my armor? Oh, I marked off armor.
So you should have 2. Have enough. So no, you don't have enough load.
I don't have enough to do. Yeah,
you're gonna have to resist. If you don't get this perfectly, you're scarring out here.
Yes, that is.
Okay. But you need to at least resist it, or you're dead. So
yeah,
good game.
Cool. Resisting with prowess.
Yep.
It's gonna be 2 dice,
and it'll be a crit. Nope.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The opposite of a crit.
That is literally the opposite of a crit, yes.
Snake eyes.
So, good news. You resist it to the level 3 harm. I think just full body cast.
Oh god.
Because that's what you're gonna need.
Uh-huh.
And you scar out, right?
Yeah.
We'll come back to you in terms of what this scar is, but you're just flattened, right?
Yeah. Pinned under that mech.
You are pinned under that mech. Good news, Berserker killed the mech, and now Bank's going, hey, where's my buddy?
Oh no.
I think Topo was around here.
Guys.
I can't wait to tell Topo about the cool fight I just had.
The unintended consequences happened anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move, be clear here. We got Azara and Belladonna who are gone. I think that just to jump over to what that conversation is like, assumably you had some sort of getaway van, or I'm not going to make you mark stress or anything for that. You could even just be your Avi just waiting to take her.
That'd be cool.
I think she's just crying in the Avi and just mindlessly telling you that Calaz Clash had Jacob's Junkers, a whole bunch of different Jacob's Junkers units building this thing. They didn't know what they were building, right? That little thing to Laren to act like this was all according to plan, that was bravado, right? That's what we're learning here. They didn't know what they're making. They should have known it was going to be a big weapon. She has no idea what's going to happen now. She knew it was going to be something big. She didn't think it was going to be this big. They turned a whole district into an Avi.
She's being confronted in her place in this war.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And recognizing it as they thought they were doing a fun fandom thing.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, yeah, so that's happening. Just want to make clear what the stakes were there. What I think happens for Dorian and Laren is you catch Logan suddenly in this hallway, and they're immediately raising their hands, right? Neither of you have camo. He could hear you coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they say is, before you fire, let's talk. I have information on Calaz Clash and on Goliath. If you are who I think you are, that information could be hugely beneficial to the DFS.
I think Dorian just kind of looks over to the captain and says, if it would be beneficial to the DFS, our friends at the farm upstate say otherwise. And I think, unless Laren, like, yells at him not to, I think Dorian fires.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Laren stops him.
Let's go.
Laren will happily fire. I don't know if we necessarily want to do this as a group action, because we're almost guaranteed to get somebody stressing out if we do that.
I'm okay stressing out, honestly. I need the extra dice. I need someone to give me a guaranteed success.
Okay.
Like, thematically, Dorian does shoot. Does Dorian kill? No, probably not.
Well, here's the thing. If you're both shooting, then you've canceled out the tier difference, right? So this is going to be a desperate standard. You just need one person between the two of you to get one success to kill him.
Yeah. So here's my issue. I'm already rolling with the -1 die. I can't push myself.
Because you're full body.
bruise. And I have head hurty.
That's right. You do have... Well, 0 is the lowest you can get. So it'd be 2d6, take the lower.
Yeah.
I still think it's worth rolling. And, like, this can be Dorian leading it, because Dorian definitely... You're both rolling 2d6, take the lower, but you still just need one success.
Yeah.
I mean...
I can also burn spark.
On the one hand, we could do that. On the other hand, we could just mutually stress out together and just have this be a traumatic bonding moment.
You know, I love that a lot. Can we do that? Can you just roll a...
Here's what I'll do.
Can we just both push ourselves?
Yeah, just share the trauma.
You could both push yourself. I think that's hilarious. Both roll with 1 die.
Yeah, I'll be doing Watch the Kid again, so I can have 2 dice and hunt.
But that -1
Three
still
dice.
get you to 1 die. And Laren's going to push himself just to get 1 die.
2. I do have a point in struggle, unless I'm using something else.
You're using hunt. I mean, you could use struggle. You're close enough. Sure, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it says you could shoot at someone across the room, but struggle might be better.
You're totally right.
And I am burning my spark immediately. Farewell, spark. Beginner's luck. Spend your spark to change your die result into a 4. I've hit him.
You've hit him. Let's also get Laren rolling, because I think that'll be good. That's a 4 as well, so that is a success. Neither of you would take stress, regardless of who's leading it, but it doesn't matter because you both scarred out. Now, here's something interesting. You were supposed to get a souvenir. Here's what I think happens. You have that interaction. Dorian says that line. You both shoot him. He goes down onto his knees, blood pooling on the front of their shirt, on the front of their, like, dress jacket. And they immediately crunch down hard on a false tooth. And they say, "The farm upstate, huh? Well, we'll see how they like this." And then they topple down to the ground. And then a second thing happens, which is that their body explodes.
Oh boy.
Does Dorian, before scarring out, happen to catch a tooth in hand?
Here's the thing. Y'all can go to this site afterwards to get your souvenir, because you're going to need to. Because what happens is, this was still a 4. This is still a desperate consequence for each of you. Both of you are taking the level 3 harm exploded.
Jesus.
And neither of you can resist because you've just scarred out. But great news, that also blows a hole in the supply depot. It also breaks the pylons, because that he had the thing on him, which was controlling them. So everybody just runs after this. Right?
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's just Laren, after dropping Belladonna back at the Pizza HQ, gets a call from Antonia Pie saying, "Hey, I can't get in contact with any of the other 3. You need to go back and pick them up."
Oh, yeah.
And you go back in your RV or even just in a pizza truck and have to carry all 3 of them.
Ambulance.
You bring an ambulance.
No, it's a pizza truck. I just put a little ambulance thing on top of it.
God, all 3. This wasn't supposed to be this hard. I can't believe it went this bad.
All for XP, baby.
Yeah.
We got it done, though.
You got it done. He's dead. Azara, you get to make this call. What bit do you get of Logan suddenly as a souvenir to send to the farm upstate?
Oh, great question.
How goopy is it?
It could
Probably
be as
not
goopy
pleasant.
or not goopy as you want it to be.
I want it to be something recognizable that is his. Maybe an eye.
Oh, sure. You just find one of his eyes
Find
that
an
just
eyeball.
happened to survive.
Yeah. So
Wait.
they can scan it.
Can I make one request?
Sure.
Can we get a thumb for split second?
Oh, that's even better. A
Yes.
thumb is good.
Ooh.
Yes.
Good. That's good. I like that.
Split second sends regards.
So I think what happens here is you get an eye to send to the farm estate, you get a thumb to give to Split Second as a gift.
Get well present.
Yeah. Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Well, I'll be there with
We're
you.
gonna need him to be. He needs to fix the rest of us now.
Yeah, they definitely do. God. This has to be, Azar has to spend his first downtime action.
Healing everybody.
Yeah. Well, you have to heal Split Second, and then Split Second has to heal everybody else. That's the way this has to go.
Ah, it's so funny.
Oh, God.
I mean, y'all did it, right? Is there anything else here? Like, actually, hold on. Azara, it's not you who finds Topo. It's Bank who finds Topo.
Yeah, because that mech is still there, right?
Bank pulls it off of you, pulls you out, and, like, sits with you, makes sure you're okay, does, like, basic
I'm not
first
okay.
aid.
I'm not okay, man.
Until Azara shows up. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry I dropped that mech on you. That AV, sorry, I get the terms mixed up.
Just be careful next time.
Yeah.
Throwing up blood.
Man, that Goliath shit's crazy, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna just pass out here for a minute.
Well, hold on. You know the doc who did this to us?
Yeah.
Look, I got into this whole thing. I don't care about CalazCon. I got into this whole thing to try to track him down. I think he's in Goliath.
Awesome. I just took the Scar Obsessed then.
Phenomenal.
In the wake of the explosion, as Laren and Dorian are just sitting there stuck flat on their asses, he's just calling down the hallway, just, Dorian! Dorian, you still alive?
Yeah? Kinda. I think I got some teeth stuck in my mouth.
Oh, that's the worst. I'm coming over there.
Oh my god.
Mom, go get help.
Pulls up in the ambulance. Jesus, you guys look like shit.
Thanks for listening to CalazCon. This episode was edited and sound balanced by Christine Blight. You can reach her for voice acting at cvblight@gmail.com. The show's music is by Devin Nelson. You can find them on all social media at Devin Decibel. If you'd like to support CalazCon, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/CalazCon. Please tell your friends about the show too. Remember, all glory to Calazar.